Now, when it comes to full EV cars, when we look into the July deliveries, when NIO sold 20,498 deliveries, this puts NIO to be in the second place when we compare to all the other full EV cars. You will know that Li Auto doesn't sell, mostly sell full EV cars. Over 90% of the cars that Li Auto is selling are hybrid. BYD, most of the cars hybrids. So NIO, when it comes to the car companies that are selling full EVs, these 20,498 they produced in July puts them in the second place, whereas the first place is taken by a company by the name of Ayen, which had over 35,000 deliveries in July. Now, this list does not consist of the Tesla deliveries, as Tesla deliveries came at a later stage. I think they only came out 2 days, which therefore, looking at the fact that Tesla for the month of July in China they sold over 74,100 deliveries, it therefore means that NIO will now be in the top 3, as Tesla is going to take the first spot, followed by AN, and then NIO with their 20,498 deliveries. So NIO is a company that is doing very well, because also when you look into the kind of cars they're selling, they are premium. I'm very sure that AN is not selling premium EV cars, but rather they're just selling the mass market cars, because when it comes to premium, you will know that NIO, it is the company that is doing absolutely well, because even the market share, they've got over 50% in terms of the total market share. When you look into the vehicles that are over 300,000 RMB, which shows you, which is something that is pretty exciting. So 20,000 for a company with cars over 300,000, it is a very good delivery, and that should be noted. And whenever we compare NIO sales, we should always look into that. So I'm happy, I'm excited about the fact that NIO continues to do very well. NIO continues maintaining their over 20,000, which is something that not so many people believed when we first got our 20,000 or our over 20,000 last year in July. When that happened, people said NIO will never ever get another 20,000. In May we saw over 20,000, in June we saw over 20,000, and in July we saw NIO scooping over 20,000 deliveries, which shows you the kind of company NIO is growing to be, which is something that continues motivating us to load the boat, increase our holdings. So it is for this reason that even when you saw NIO share price, or when I saw NIO share price going below $4, I knew I had to do something, because this is the company that reported for the third month in a row over 20,000 deliveries, which shows growth, which shows strength, and hopefully we get to see them continue going up in terms of deliveries. Onvo L60, it is coming. Deliveries are expected to come on the 28th, which we are expecting to see a month where we are going to see a record-breaking deliveries. I mean, people are already saying we are going to see over 30,000, which, should it come, it will be great news that will result in, of course, the stock price, margins, and NIO's earnings improving, which we want. I mean, personally, I've been in this stock for quite some time, and I think if we can end this year on a double digit when you look into the stock price, it will be quite awesome, very amazing. I mean, I want to see NIO heading back towards their all-time high very soon, and I think as for the all-time high, that can come only when NIO turns to become a profitable company. I mean, a lot of people that owned NIO, or whose their average purchase onto NIO is very high, they are complaining about NIO's current share price, which sort of like makes sense, right? I mean, all of us, even me, I expected NIO to be trading way higher than where it's currently trading at. But I think our time will come. I'm still bullish, because the company is doing everything right. It's just that the market around NIO, together with some of the Chinese companies, they are just bearish for no reason. But I believe that in the long term, our time will come, and we are going to see NIO heading back towards the all-time high of $66.99. We will see that share price again, and that's a fact. That's a showcase. And when we get to that, those that are buying now a chunk of their NEO shares are definitely going to be excited. Even those like us who started buying NEO July of 2020 are definitely going to be excited, because though our average is up there, the more we buy, the more our average comes down, which is something that will result in us being also excited, joyful when the NEO stock price heads back to the all-time high, $66.99. I mean, this previous week I've done a video also telling you that I bought 200 or over 247 NEO shares, because I'm trying to keep or make my average to come down. I mean, I remember before the all-time high, my NEO stock price or average sitting at over $36, and now knowing that my average, because I've been piling onto these NEO asset tanks, I am below $19, it makes me to be really excited, because I know what NEO could be in the next 5 years, and that will result in the stock price to react aggressively, or that which makes the stock price to be very bullish as we look into the NEO's future. So I'm hopeful, I'm confident that we'll get back to the all-time high. And as I always say, that these are my opinions. You need to still do your due diligence so that at least you are comfortable as you are investing onto this stock. Your money, you still need to make your choices as to what are you deciding. When you see NEO going down, creating new lows or new 52-week lows, whether you buy or not, it remains the decision that you have to make. But as for me, I'm going to continue scooping more shares, more holdings onto NEO, because I know blue sky is coming. I know it is not the last time that we saw NEO delivering over 20,000. We are still going to see many more months when NEO will be delivering record-breaking deliveries, especially with sub-brands coming. 2 of them, Onvo and Firefly, which Onvo is going to start deliveries on the 28th. That will result in NEO Q4 deliveries. Q4 deliveries, ladies and gents, coming in very strong. Otherwise, that's all from me. I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.